In a world of untapped potential and hidden wisdom, there exists a revelation that has been kept secret from the normal population. The answers that were forbidden to the masses and buried deep within some well-known religious texts were shown to us by a spiritual teacher in the 20th century, and I'll help you uncover all this in today's video. You may have heard stories about Jesus walking in water, or perhaps read examples from Eastern texts like Autobiography of a Yogi talks about yogis who could levitate and be in two places at the same time. There have been mentions about the superhuman abilities of people in both Eastern and Western philosophies and religions who are able to manipulate the physical world and manifest their desires instantly. But it's rare to find texts that point out exactly how this can be done, as most of the esoteric teachings, especially on the Eastern traditions, were passed down orally to the newer generation. And on the Western side of the world, there has been more praise given towards the rational nature of mind in the more recent years. However, there are some teachings that can make a man self-realize their true inner power, and it has been hidden in plain sight, until it was shared freely by the mystic and spiritual teacher Neville Goddard. Through his discovery, we can learn to become the most powerful versions of ourselves. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos, meditations, and insights that will help you level up your manifestation journey. So talking about Neville Goddard, he was a spiritual teacher born in Barbados in 1905. He wrote books such as Feeling is the Secret and Power of Awareness. These influential books have changed the way millions of people understand the reality better and help them learn how to influence the reality to manifest their desires. And with the rise of the interest in law of assumption and law of attraction in the more recent years, Neville Goddard is perhaps more popular now than when he was alive. Neville understood the infinite power that lies beneath all of us and shared it with us. But the most interesting thing about his teaching was the way he interpreted the Bible. He claimed that Bible is more of a psychological narrative rather than a historical one. While reading the Bible, we may come to see the different character, including Jesus Christ as a real person who actually lived on this earth. Or some may see it as a mythological story with characters who were close to human beings. But Neville believed all characters mentioned in the Bible were simply states of mind. There are states that are there to teach us lessons and provide guidance on how to live our life properly and create the life that we want. By states of mind, what he meant was we all are similar genetically, but what makes us different is the state we identify with. One man who's a beggar is identified with a poverty consciousness. And if he wants to change that, all he has to do is to change his state to that of someone who is wealthy and rich. And the most controversial thing is, contrary to what most people know and believe, Neville Goddard explained that Jesus Christ, as mentioned in the Bible, represents our imagination, which is a godlike power and nothing else. I know this may sound bizarre and even shocking to some, but according to Neville, in the Bible, Jesus Christ is our own God-given power of imagination through which we can materialize our dreams into reality. And we have been doing this since the beginning of time. And he states that God isn't something external. It is within in the form of this power. And by harnessing the power of our imagination, we can accomplish our goals no matter how big or small they may be, no matter how spiritual or material they might seem. And to do this, Neville has given us some really precise and powerful methods, and we'll be uncovering how to apply one of his most powerful techniques here in a bit. But first, let's hear Neville explain about what he means by Christ in his own words.
For we are the operant power. It doesn't work itself. I can tell you that your imagination is Christ. And maybe you'll believe me. But unless you actually take it to the point of working upon it and operating it, it means nothing. As we are told in Corinthians, do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you? Unless, of course, you fail to meet the test. Now we are challenged. He said, come test yourself and see. Well, this is how I test myself. If Christ is in me, and all things are possible to Christ, then I must find out who he is. Well, I have found him as my own wonderful human imagination. And because he dwells not only in me, he dwells in us, everything is possible to everyone in the world.
Similarly, throughout his books and lectures, you can find Neville talk about Bible as a psychological story that's happening within each one of us. And he goes further to explain how to apply Christ or our wonderful human imagination to manifest our dreams into a reality. He also acknowledges the all-encompassing role that imagination plays in every aspect of our lives, including wisdom, strength, abundance, and influence. And you may be curious, what led Neville to interpret the teachings of the Bible this way? And how could so many people agree with his controversial teachings? Well, Neville delved into the teachings of mystical and esoteric traditions, including Hermeticism, Kabbalah, and Theosophy. These teachings provided him with alternative perspectives on spirituality and reality, expanding his understandings beyond traditional interpretations. Some also believe he started teaching the Bible this way after he met his teacher, mentor, and friend Abdullah. Abdullah was a mystic and spiritual teacher from the African descent, and he taught Neville everything about the reality and gave him lessons to accomplish his goals through imagination. Abdullah was a very esoteric man, and Neville believed that he could see into the past and the future. And when he and Neville met for the first time, Abdullah reminded Neville that they had been friends many lifetimes ago. But Neville decided to forget about this like most of us do when we reincarnate to this world. Abdullah supposedly also taught Dr. Joseph Murphy, who wrote the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Neville also experienced a profound personal transformation and various mystical experiences through the applications of these teachings. This transformative lesson helped him manifest various things in his life, including relationship with his wife, abundance of wealth for his family, and a career of a lifetime. And that's what ignited his desire to share this knowledge with others. Neville taught us that imagination becomes the fertile ground from which our reality blossoms, and by harnessing this incredible faculty, we can shape our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions to align with our desired outcomes. Now, talking about one of the most potent Neville Goddard's manifestation techniques, one simple way to accomplish your goals is through the use of a method called State Akin to Sleep, or STATS. In this technique, all you have to do is, right before you go to bed, you bring up an image or a scene of your desire already being accomplished. For example, let's say you have been single for a long time and you want to manifest a relationship, a partner in your life. The best way to practice STATS for this is by constructing a scene, like seeing yourself lying on the beach with a partner right next to you. You can make the scenes even more vivid by adding in the sensations of your 5 senses. For example, you could imagine you're actually holding their hand and you're feeling their skin right next to yours. You can also imagine hearing the sounds of the waves, seeing sights of the seagulls flying by, feeling the warmth of the sun and the cool breeze caressing your skin at the same time. Although it's not important to imagine everything vividly, it's best to add in your senses because it makes it easier for you to detach yourself from your current reality and immerse yourself in this new vision of your desired life. And it's okay if you can't visualize everything clearly, as long as you embody the feeling of your wish being fulfilled. And finally, with the scene in your mind, you simply fall asleep. And as you sleep, your imagination will penetrate into your subconscious mind and it will do the rest to bring your desire towards you. Through this process, you are essentially creating a vibrational resonance that attracts your desired outcomes into your life. Then along the way, what may happen is you'll be guided to take actions that aligns you with the manifestation of your desires. But in some cases, like Neville Goddard said, you don't even need to raise a finger. What needs to happen will happen in order to bring your desires towards you. To manifest our desires, persistence and consistency are very essential, and our dreams will come to fruition as long as we don't give up on them. As long as our minds are filled with programmings and stories of lacks and limitations, the feelings and thoughts of unworthiness, it may create various hurdles to stop us from experiencing our desire. But you need to keep doing the work, turning on the power of imagination until you feel that your desire is already yours. And after that, it's simply a matter of time. Time can vary for different people, and no one knows how long exactly it will take for your desire to fully show up. But as long as you keep imagining the future that you want in your mind's eye, your wish is bound to come true. As I embarked on my own journey of manifestation, Neville Goddard's teachings have become a guiding light. I personally applied his principles to manifest my desires and witnessed remarkable results, from attracting abundance and success to cultivating fulfilling relationships. While traditional interpretations of the Bible may focus on the literal or historical aspects, Neville's teachings invite us to embrace its profound wisdom as a tool for personal growth and transformation. I myself come from the Eastern Hindu culture and don't have enough knowledge and understanding of the traditional interpretation of the Bible, and it's not my goal to make any form of argument on whether Neville's way is the right way or the wrong way. But I believe whether you agree with Neville's interpretation of the Bible or not, you can still exercise your imagination to create the life that you want. The potential within you is limitless, and by embracing Neville Goddard's teachings, you possess the key to unlock the door to a reality beyond your imagination. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. Embrace the power of your imagination, persist in your dreams, and witness the magic unfold. If you want to learn more about how to manifest using different Neville Goddard's techniques, make sure to check out our free course called Manifest Like Neville, and you can find this in the description below. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe now to embark on a path of conscious creation. Together, let's illuminate the world with our imaginative potential. And with that, I want to wish you all the very best. Happy manifesting, goodbye, and namaste.